Welcome to Movie Mondays here at Sun FM with me, Kay-cee. I'm going to be taking you through some of what's really hot right now on the screens. First up, Man vs. Bee. Now, this is created by the very incredible Rowan Atkinson of Mr. Bean fame. If you haven't or don't know who Mr. Bean is, where have you been? This is an incredibly funny series that's set out in very short segments, and it follows the story of Rowan Atkinson's character, who is a house sitter for a couple that move away, and he is just there just to look after things, feed the dog and all that. What could possibly go wrong? Obviously it's Rowan Atkinson, so a lot. There's this tiny little bee that invades the house, and the sheer anger and rage that he feels about this bee is incredible. This is very, very funny watching. It's very easy watching. It's the kind of thing that's very good to have on in the background whilst you do other stuff as well. If you're watching with kids, it's perfect too, because it's very short, so those with short attention spans will love it. Highly recommended. Next up, Stranger Things. Now, if you're familiar with series 1 to 3, you'll have an idea of the story of this topsy-turvy world, of the upside down world. Series 4 is set 3 years after the previous one. All the actors, all your favourites are still in there, all the best characters, and it follows a similar sort of story. But what they've managed to do is actually keep it interesting, which is amazing, because a lot of these series have a tendency to kill the mood and just keep going for the sake of it. Stranger Things season 4 is incredible, and it's even more scary. There's some serious trouser watering moments in this series. The effects are incredible. The storyline, the plot is set out into 4 plot lines, and it follows some very distinctive parts through it. I don't want to spoil too much for you. In this series, Eleven has lost her power. She doesn't have her power anymore, and she needs to get it back because the upside down world is coming back. So she is needed. 11 is needed to get her power back to fight the evil things that come from down there. Remember Hopper, the policeman? We thought he was dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. No, and one of the plot lines involves him, and it is absolutely engrossing. It had me hooked throughout. He is captured by Russians, as it turns out, and he is in this jail with other Russians, and he's been kept there to fight these demons from the upside down world that they've also managed to get as well. So it's all pretty crazy, but it's all very, very scary stuff. The script is brilliant. Stranger Things 4, winner. Thor, Love and Thunder. When I say Thor, what do you think of? Let's be honest, that Australian bloke who's really good looking with the massive hammer. It's that guy, yeah. Now, Thor has had a run of a few films now, and they've just released Love and Thunder. In this one, Thor is essentially retired. Thor needs to come out of retirement because there is a new evil around. Gorr, the God Killer, is here, and this Gorr guy wants to eradicate all of the gods, which, let's face it, that would be a very bad thing. So Thor needs to come out of retirement, and he enlists the help of several people, one of which is his ex-girlfriend. Why would you get your ex involved? Terrible idea. But there we go. So she's involved in it as well. She appears out of nowhere. She has the power to wield his hammer, which is interesting. So there's a bit of back and forth there. There's a little bit of jealousy with the whole hammer thing. And there's your usual classic love story there as well. There are a lot of effects in this. There were a lot of effects in all the Thor films, but this more than any other, for me, it kind of killed it. Sometimes when there's too much there, it makes it feel a bit more unreal. And I also think the storyline wasn't all that. I think they could have done a bit more with it. I think they're kind of clutching at straws a little bit. Thor, not so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if there's anything else you would like us to look into, to review or talk about, you can do that in the same place. I'll see you next time.